Good evening, everyone. For the purposes of recording, hope you're well. If you're going through this and you've got any questions at all, then please just let me know, because I know you're not going to be necessarily doing this tonight. So if you do, please just let me know. Scott is going to be in the background doing beautiful moves with me, but obviously they say hi. But obviously, if you want to focus on what I'm doing and not what he's doing, because he will be doing it correctly, but it's not very fair to be staring at him. So yeah, as I said, any questions, just let me know and unmute yourself if you need to. Right. So let's make a start on the floor. Hi. If I did mention this, but if you have got band or bands, then we'll probably get to using them. Keep them handy. First things first, let's just get a little bit in the frame of mind, because everyone's a little bit like, oh my God, loads of stuff going on. And I think I've heard about 100 million times this week alone, oh my God, I'm really busy. So let's just refocus back to the task in hand for the next hour and just try and relax a little bit. I'm going to do particular neck and back stretch outs as requested. And then I want to get on to some specific glute and bridge work specifically, but we'll go through loads of different stuff. So first things first, if you just want to lie back onto your mat, if you do have a block or a book or something along the lines, just elevate your head. You don't have to, but if you do have that, that would be great. I'm just going to move my hair out of the way. Okie dokie. Right. So let's first of all just wriggle about a bit and get comfortable. If you are more comfortable putting your legs straight, then please do. If you're less comfortable doing that, then bend your knees. Personally, the more arched your back is, the more comfortable it is to have your legs up. So it's completely up to you. So just have a little wriggle about. And when you're doing this, is probably unlikely, or possibly the first time you're doing this today, just let your back relax for a second, okay? Just give it a second, because it might just be a little bit angry at this precise second. So when you're feeling much more comfortable, you've got your feet and your legs and your arms in the right place for you, then I want you to take 3 nice deep breaths in. Close your eyes and just really feel. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, nice deep breath. That's it, nice and relaxed, lovely. You finished your 3 breaths. What we're going to do is wiggle your toes. Just have a little tiny wiggle of your toes, and whether they're on the floor or your legs are out, just give them a wriggle. That's it, okay. And then we're going to scrunch your hands and release them. So scrunch them into a little fist and then spread them out. Let's just do that a few times and just wake up your fingertips, keep them nice and warm. And then I just want you to roll your wrists. So either that's singular or just put them together and give your wrists a little roll. I'm definitely going to use the wrists a bit today, but they've probably been used quite a bit if you've been typing. There might be a few little clicks, just get them out. That's it, and just give them a little shake. Lovely. Right. Very gently, very, very gently, we're just going to warm up your core. So I'd like you to pick up one foot and point your toe. If you could bend your knees, if you have got them straight, it's going to be a lot easier if you can bend your knees up. And then we're going to lift that knee and then bring it back down and point your toe. Now, just keep going with this movement. If you're finding that you're starting to twist, try super hard to keep your hips up towards the ceiling. That's it, just a little tiny movement. So up and tap. Now, mildly, very mildly engaging the lower core, and your hip flexors. Just got to do a tiny bit of work on this. Try and keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. That's it, lovely. So finish the one you're doing and bring your foot down. And then we're going to swap sides. So just engage slightly with your core, and then we're going to bring that knee in and tap down. It should feel very gentle still. So let's just do a few more this side. That's it. And finish the one that you're doing and bring your foot down. Wonderful. Right, bring your heels in nice and close to your glutes, and then we're just going to tilt your pelvis and release. So it is not lifting, you're just tilting. Just go to lift and then release. Just warming those muscles and back down. Up, lift. And let's go one more. Glutes just squeezing slightly. And bring it back down. Wonderful. Let's bring our hands down by the side if you haven't got them already by your side. Take a deep breath in. On the out breath, we're just going to lift that one arm, doesn't matter which one, all the way up past the ceiling, and then you're going to bring it behind you. If your head is on a block or book, just be aware of the fact that your arm is likely to hit the block or book at some point. So if you've got one arm up and one arm down, and then lift up, just engage your shoulder and bring that back down again, past the ceiling, and then back down to the floor. Lovely. Right, let's alternate the arms. So you've got the other arm up now, all the way up nice and tall to the ceiling, and bring it back nice and straight. Feel your shoulder blade having to react slightly to this. If your shoulders are feeling very, very stiff today, this might take a minute. Hold it at the back. Deep breath in, out breath lift. Just feel your shoulders having to react to this. It might not be quite so easy today. And bring your hand back down to the floor. Okay, let's breathe in. Out breath, first arm up and over. I'm going to do a little bit of an alternate version to this. Up and over. Okay, so you've got one hand up and one hand down. You're going to just stretch. So as if I've got one hand and the other hand, and they're on a rack, and I'm just going to stretch one up and one down. Just think someone's got hold of your hand at the top, someone's got your hand at the bottom, and they're pulling quite gently. Stretch that shoulder up and down. Come back to where you feel is neutral, and then we're going to take a deep breath in. On the out breath, we're going to alternate. So you're bringing one arm up and one arm down. They should meet in the middle. Up to the ceiling, and then you're going to bring hands down. Now just be aware your shoulder might not do the same thing on one side, and you're going to reach up and reach down. Reach up, reach down, and really feel that stretch. Hold it there. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring it back to where you feel is neutral, and then you're going to bring your arm up, both of them to meet the ceiling. So you're bringing them right up to the ceiling. So your fingertips are pointing at the ceiling now. And you're going to take a deep breath in and then lift your shoulder blades off the floor. Breathe in, out breath, lift. That's it. They should be comfortably off the floor now. So just give them a little wiggle and just make sure they're definitely off the floor. If you clasp your hands together, and then we're going to very gently roll. Everything else stays still. And if you just mildly pull your hand, your shoulder blade should feel like it's getting quite a nice stretch. Keep your head where it is. Keep your hips where they are. It should feel a mild stretch around the back. It should feel quite nice. And then pendulum swing. Keep your shoulder blades off the floor when you swing over, coming through to center, back over to the other side, and just slightly pull that arm, very slightly. And back to center. And you're going to very, very gently release your hands down, arms down, and feel your shoulder blades coming right onto the floor and spreading onto the floor. They should if you reach your tummy and belly button area and just relax your hands down there and just sink those shoulders. Take a deep breath in, out breath, just sink into the mat. There you go. Nice. Okay. So let's engage your tummy. So deep breath in, just engage your core slightly without stopping breathing, and bring one knee in. I'm going to hold on to that knee nice and close until your hip flexor getting a good old stretch there. And I want you to pick up your foot. So just slightly pick up your other foot, and you're going to scoot that along the floor. Keep off the floor though, just hover it off the floor. Nice and straight, point your toe, and then just bring that other, the knee that you're holding on to nice and close. Now we're going to do a little tiny move, and your leg that's straight is going to waver from left to right, so it's a hip movement. So just almost sweep the floor with your heels, so left and right. That's it. Left and right, left and right. Come back to center, and then you're going to bring that foot back again, and then bring your knees to meet. And then we're swapping legs. Hold onto that knee nice and tightly. Bring your knee, foot down, and then scoot along the floor. Hold it there, just hovering off the floor. Knee nice and tight, and then we're coming across left and right. Again, might be a bit tighter on one side than the other. My hips feeling today. That's it, left and right, good. Just really try and relax those shoulders. Good, come back to center, and then bring your knee to meet the other one. Hold on to both knees, and just little tiny rocks to the side, so it should be on your lower back, you feel this. That's it, nice and comfortably. Bring yourself back to center, and then you're going to lift your head off the floor or the block. Tiny, tiny little circle, ball, and then you're going to rock again. You should feel this higher up, mid-back, and this should be quite strong, but quite nice, particularly if you've been sat all day. Okay, come back to center, drop your head, and then drop your feet down. Sit so they're comfortably back on the floor again. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to pick one foot up again and put it onto your knee. Hands out to the side, just making sure you're not going to hit any bits of furniture or anything in the house or anyone else. And then come across, you're going to be coming across your body. That's it. So I've got right foot on left, and I'm coming across towards my left. Keep your shoulders, even if you have to wriggle about, keep your shoulders on the floor. You don't have to hit the floor with your knees. Just as long as you're getting that really good stretch around your trunk area. A couple of nice deep breaths in, not so easy. Okay, deep breath in, out breath, use your muscles and lift. Oblique muscles at the side of your abs have to do that a little bit. Oh. So if you're feeling a bit tired today, go easy on them. Okay, once you're at the top, we're swapping legs. So nice deep breath in, out breath, you're coming across. So I've got left leg on right now, and I'm coming across to the right. So just sink down. Maybe that one side definitely does not go as far as the other. Just go with it. Keep those shoulders on the floor. Try really hard just to sink into the floor. Okay, deep breath in. And lift. Use your obliques. Lift, 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 lift. Oh. Lovely. Right. Okay, should be feeling comfortable, nice and warm. We'll do a couple more stretches when we're up a little bit, but I want to go into a bit of glute work now whilst we're down here. This will get a tad more intense. So again, as I said, if you want to do the one version and not jump up to the next version, please don't think, oh my God, just because they're doing it, I need to do it. You don't. So let's start. I will ask you to remove the block in a second if you have got one. So let's start with our heels nice and close to our glutes, hands down to balance on the floor next to you. And I'm going to tilt that pelvis again and just mildly lift, just so you just get your hand underneath your glutes. Mildly lift, hold it there. And then just come up an inch so you can just feel the next vertebrae starting to get that. And then we're going to roll down and release. Lovely. Right. If you do have a block behind you, just take your head off of that because it's not going to help your neck very shortly. Okay. So tilt your pelvis and lift. So just off. And then we're going to come up one more to your bottom of your shoulder blades now. Take a deep breath in, one more. And I want you to think, right, lift those hip bones right up. Now what that should feel is your legs are going to feel like they're going to kick in quite a bit now. Just hold it here and think, right legs, stop doing the work. It's all about the glutes. Hold it. Now as you hold it, it should sink round. You guys have all done this enough times to go, yeah, come on legs. Hold it there, hold it there. Right, one final little squeeze up. Okay, we're bringing our arms up. So it's the exercise we did earlier, up and over. That's it. Arms flat on the floor, squeeze up. You should be able to go up a little bit further. You're right up onto the top of your shoulders. And roll down, keep your arms at the top. And what you should feel, nice and slowly, your vertebrae going click, 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 all the way down. All the way down the mat. There we go. Oh, did you hear that? Oh. And base of your back should hit last, and then release your pelvic tilt, and then bring your arms all the way back up and over. It should feel so nice coming all the way down, particularly on your shoulders. And once you're down, just relax. Give yourself a little wriggle. Right, so let's do that again. We're going to ease our way up, hold it up nice and high, and just make sure that the glutes are doing the work now, not your quads. So tilt and lift, squeeze just a little bit, hold it there, and then a little bit more, hold it there, and again, one more, up nice and high, arms up and over, keep that tummy nice and engaged, relax your neck. And once your arms are over, you can just get up that little bit further, do that proper squeeze right at the top. Hold it there. Good. Okay, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're just rolling down really nice and slowly. Feel each vertebrae hitting the mat. Should feel really nice. Down, 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 down. Finally release and arms up and over when you're ready. Lovely. Just relax. Okay, give yourself a little wriggle when you're down to the bottom. Okie dokie. Now, if that's enough and you're like, yep, like that, that's good, thank you very much, do that again. If you want to advance your bridge work, we're going to need to change your hand position. So we're actually going to move our hands, and this is, please only do this if you want to. It's not the easiest thing. Your hands are going to come behind. Okay, so if you can see that, hopefully you guys can see that. They're right by your shoulders, but your hands are backwards. Okay, so you've got to get at least most of your hand on the floor. If that's really, really, really difficult, I want you to have a practice of that because your triceps need to actually take this a little bit. Now, what's eventually going to happen is that your hands will take the weight, so your wrists have got to. So if you know in advance that your wrists are a little bit weak, then either avoid doing this or strap them. Okay, use your straps if you've got them. So first of all, I just want you to hold your hands there. We're going to get into position like we would normally for a normal bridge, and then you're going to tilt and lift. We'll do exactly the same thing. So you're going to roll yourself up nice and slowly, and we're going to come onto your shoulders. That's it. Right, we're going to hold it there. Now the next phase is actually you're going to lift very slightly, as much as you can, your shoulders off. So you're going to lift and then lift your shoulders, and you should mildly come onto your head. Just your shoulders off as you can. Squeeze those glutes. It shouldn't be your back doing the work, it's glutes. Roll back onto your shoulders, and then you do the same thing. So just roll yourself down. All the way down. Release, and release your hands, and just give your wrists a little rock. Very good. Okay. If you were like, I managed to get my shoulders off the floor, not bad. I think I can do this. I'm definitely going to have to just remove this from my hair because it would go completely wrong otherwise. Okay. Let's go one more. Please only do this if you want to. So hands replace where they were. That's it. So up again. Tilt and lift all the way up onto your shoulders. Right. Now we're going to put some pressure, take off, and we're lifting. So you're up onto your head as much as you can. That's it. Let your glutes do the work. Really squeeze them. Hold it there. Okay, you're going to slide back down onto your shoulders and then roll back down again nice and slowly. Very good. If your wrist took that well, well done. Glutes need to really hold you up there. Release and release your hands. Good. Right, very, very much optional. Please let me show you first. You can do it if you want to. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to roll up and we're going to come into a full bridge. Please, only if you want to. I'm not there with you. I can't rescue you. So if you have done this before, fine. If you haven't, practice. So we're rolling up. Let me show you first. I'm going to do this slightly quicker. Rolling up, come up and lift. Okay, so your glutes need to take a lot of that, your wrists and your hip flexors. Then when you're ready, replace your head and then come back down, and then we're going to wriggle. Okay, give it a go. So remember all the points that I just said, only if you want to, okay? If not, we're doing the same thing that you just did before. So we're going to lift, come up, push and lift. Very good, very good. And bring yourself back down as soon as you want to. Roll it down. Very good. Oh, life's hard. I'll say give those wrists a roll. Okay, bring your knees in, and we're just going to little tiny circles. Now, if this is the first time you've done this today, with these little circles, it might be a little bit clicky and cracky, all right, down the bottom there. It shouldn't hurt though. Right, so whenever you've done anything like that, kind of bridge work, we need to go the opposite way. So our backs have done some work there, so have our glutes, so we need to rock the other way. So my suggestion is if we take hold of the back of one leg, and you're going to bring yourself up, nice and gently. Give yourself a second, because we have been down on the floor for a little while. And then we're going to very slightly scoot forward if you are further back. And we're going to do some nice little rolls. So taking hold of your knees, remember to curl, because that splatting noise is not nice. Curl and rock and back again, okay? If you get stuck, just let go of your legs. Let go of your legs and bring yourself up slowly. If you are struggling to get back up, do a few things, just counterbalancing what we've done, and all the way up. Lovely. Let's go two more. Back, hold it there if you want to for a minute, and back and hold it there, And bring yourself back up. Lovely. Whew. Well done. Right, if we manage that or even most of that, that's absolutely excellent. Well done. Certainly should have backs cracked out by now. So let's have a little look at a different plane. So we've done that way and we've done that way. Let's have a look at this way now. Let me just get the ridiculous locks out the way. And we're going to go into a full Lord of the Fish, which is the most hilarious name, or a back twist. So let's start with our legs straight. Okay, so just give your legs a little wriggle. We're going to put one leg over the other and then bring that foot in. Okay, really, really important. We'll start here, but you remember which leg was it, because we're going to do the other side. So hold on to your leg, that's it, and then we're going to twist round and look over your shoulder. Now, depending on how far you're twisting around, we'll do it again, so you may find that you twist a little bit further the second time. Now, where you're going to feel that is, yes, all the way around your mid-back, but it's also right in your hip and your glute on the leg that you're holding on to. And if you have been sat down a lot today, that is going to be quite painful, possibly. That's it. Okay, slowly bring yourself back round. We're going to stay on the same side. If you want to do that again, you're like, no, that was far enough, thank you very much. And then stay there. If also your knees are really, really uncomfortable and sore and fed up, then I wouldn't recommend this next version. If you want to come with me and give it a try, go for it. So we're going to lean on the foot that you've got on the floor. So we're leaning that way. Then we're going to tuck this leg under. Okay, tucking the leg under. Now, ideally, you need to just right yourself back up again. If you are Steve, I'm not entirely sure I'd recommend this one because I'm not entirely sure your legs are going to be happy with this. If you can, fantastic. Just right yourself back up so we're not leaning so far over that you're unstable. So you should be in a nice twist. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing. So you're going to hold either onto your knee or bring your hand past your knee, whichever's better for you. And then you're going to turn around. So that's the one holding onto your knee. And that's the one past your knee. It's a stronger stretch when you've got it past because you can use your leg to levitate your toe around a little bit more. That's it, hold it there. Not the easiest to breathe. And then bring yourself back. So that is your full Lord of the Fish on one side. Very nice. Okay, so to get you to tangle yourself out of this one, just lean backwards and lift your top leg. Right, second problem, remembering which one. So ideally, if you can remember, put the other one across and you're lifting up. And basically, as soon as you lift it up, you'll think, oh, hang on a minute, I've got the wrong leg. So just make sure you've got the other leg. And we're going to do this one first. So hold on with your opposite arm and twist. Try to keep your back upright as much as you can. Hold on to that knee nice and close. That's it. Feel that glute and hip getting a stretch. And then bring yourself back to center. Staying where you are, give yourself a little wriggle if you need to. So to come into the full position, you're leaning on that foot. So lean over and you're flicking your legs that way around. That's it. Bring yourself upright. Just make sure you feel, I say feel comfortably, it should feel quite strong, but not so uncomfortable that it's hurting. That's where we need to be. So remember, it's your opposite hand to the leg is coming over. So you're either holding onto your knee or coming past your knee and twist. Oh, got a nice click there. If you're lucky, you'll get a good click. Not so easy to breathe, just try to breathe. Look right over your shoulder. Good, okay, nice and slowly unfold yourself from that. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so again, to unfold, just lean backwards, take your top leg off. Right, let's come into cross leg position. So wherever's more comfortable for you, if you're, you can't quite go into a full position, just bring your legs out a little bit more, just as long as they're in front of you. Could you put your lead leg in front? So whichever one is naturally more comfortable and naturally falls a little bit easier to do. Let's start there. So I want to do a bit more moving around, but for purposes of neck stretch out. So if you can, first of all, just do one big shoulder roll. That's it. And just think, right, I'm behind you. I will demonstrate on Scott. Okay, just big shoulder roll up and back. That's it, that's it. Hands down into your lap. And then as if, just breathe in and breathe out. I'm behind you and I'm just giving a little tiny gentle push down. Hold it there, hold on. So as if you want to close your eyes and just think, or obviously if someone else is in the house with you and wants to assist, then by all means, just as if I'm just putting a little bit of pressure and it will just assist stretching your neck out. And the next thing I want you to do is drop your head. So your chin is towards your chest and you're looking into your lap. Now, if you are particularly stiff, this isn't going to be that comfortable. It shouldn't be painful, it just might feel quite uncomfortable. Try to keep your back upright. And you will feel your back muscles mildly engaging. Now, in that position, I want you to lift your head back up and then relax. Oh, good, right. So let's do that whole thing again and we're going to move our heads. So up and round and back and down. That's it, get that bit done first. And just think, right, Rebecca's behind me, just put some pressure on me. That's it, head down, it should be comfortable pressure. Not the whole of my 60-something kilos, you don't want that. Right, put it down, head down, looking into your lap. And now we're going to just move your chin in a semicircle. So you're going to look past one leg, come back to center, look past the other leg on the other side. It's a small movement. And if someone was watching us do this without doing it themselves, they would think, what the hell is that doing? But you can feel it. It's right in those tendons, right around your neck. Just a little twist towards, chin towards your shoulder. And again, chin towards your shoulder. That's it. Bring yourself down to center. Lift your head and relax. Good. Right. Lovely. Hopefully that's helped with regards to feeling a little bit less stiff, particularly in back and neck area. We'll stay in this position. I want to see if we can just stretch those hips out a little bit more. So hands in front, and then we're going to walk down. So try and think the hinge point is here rather than I've got to curve my back. So try and keep your back relatively straight until the last minute and you're hinging from your hips. So walk your hands forwards. Now for some, keep going down, darling. For some, we're up here. And if we're up here, you're like, best one in the world, love, I can't even reach the floor. Don't make me try. Try and reach as far as you can and drop your head. And then I want you to put some pressure into your knees from your elbows, okay? No matter where you are, you're going to put a little bit of pressure down. Try super hard just to sink down wherever you are. Deep breath in, sink down. Excellent. Just feel those hips just going, ugh. Nice and slowly walk your way up out of that. Good. Right, so let's counter that by coming backwards. I'm just going to scoot forwards a bit. Backwards. So a couple of versions of doing this is if you just bring your hands behind you, that's absolutely fine. if you want to extend this, so let's just do the first one, then we'll extend it. So just bring your hands behind you, and then I don't want you to box your head back, so keep your chin fairly close to your chest, and then just stretch out, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. It should be relatively strong. And it creates a little arch, if you can see. That's it, and just bring yourself nice and slowly back again. Now, a mildly more advanced version of that is bringing your hands closer. So if you want to just give it a little wriggle and then bring your hands quite close together and together if you can. Now, what that involves is quite a lot of flexibility in your shoulders. So if you can't do that and you're like, just put your hands behind you. And then we're going to really squeeze, keep your head looking forward, arch, and that should be a lot stronger. If you really need a good chest stretch out, this is really good. Okay, bring yourself back again. Just go gently on that one. Right, triceps. They haven't necessarily done too much today because you don't necessarily need to rely on your triceps too much in work daily life. But once you realize how stiff they are, you just go, oh my God, I probably need to do this more often. So we're going to bring one hand up and then bring the other hand up. We're going to first of all start without assistance. So just push your elbows. So your hands are coming down your back. And just push your elbows and look up. That's it. Keep your belly nice and tight so we're not flopping forwards. And just feel that right at the back of your arms. Oh my God. That's it, and release. You might feel that a little bit all the way down your back as well. Right, now to assist that a little bit further, just take one and do the same thing. You're going to take your hand and push your elbow back. Now try not to flop forwards because that won't assist. So keep your back up straight and your head forwards. And just hold on, that is quite strong. Just watch it, it should be your tricep doing this, not your shoulder blades. If your shoulder's really starting to hurt, just loosen your elbow. Good, let's release that slightly and gently. And the other side. So hand behind you, down your back, elbow up to the ceiling and push backwards. Back nice and straight, looking forward. Good, very nice. Okay, and release, lovely. Okay, let's flip over onto all fours and we're going to do a forearm stretch, which is really, really helpful if you've been typing a lot today and it's like, oh, they're so stiff and they're underestimated how stiff it gets all the way down here. So first of all, I want you to try and bend your hands backwards. If that is not happening, then I really need you to lean right forwards, okay? So come forwards as much as you can for your hands to be flat on the floor. And then what I want you to do very gently is rock backwards. Now, everyone's flexibility is quite different on this. I've met some people and they just go straight back and they're like, what? Others, you're like, oh my God, I can't go past here. So go off of your own flexibility, but try really hard to not get your hands off the floor. They need to be flat on the floor. So what can happen is they start peeling. So don't go that far. That's it, good. Hold it at the optimum point for you. And then you're going to bring yourself out of that. And now we're going to go one forwards, just give them a little wriggle, one forwards, one backwards. So you're going to do a little rocking motion. So that's for your wrist and that's for your forearm. So one for your wrist, lean forwards. Obviously, it's a small rocking movement. It's not massive. Fall on your nose. Forwards and backwards. And watching elbows, just making sure there's no clicky movements going on in elbows. Apart from my knee, which is making a very odd noise. That's it. Right, swapping sides. So the other hand forwards, swap the other one backwards. Arms nice and straight, and you're doing the same movement. Honestly, if this is really far too hard, come right further forwards. So you're right here, okay? And that won't be anywhere near as bad. Forwards and backwards. Good. Okay, let's go one more. Lovely. Right. I'm just giving them a little shake out. Wonderful. Okay. So next move we're going to do, I want to combine a bit of bicep tricep work. But whilst we're here, I just want to put the bands on. My recommendation, green for us. Nice try. Green for us. Steve, I'd go at least middle, then everyone else, obviously, the bands that you've got on. Just plonk yourself on your derriere and put that around your knees, and then we're going to have to come back again to where we were. So we're back onto all fours. First things first is not going to be using the band too much, but then we're going to add the band in. So come a little bit further away. So you're on fours, but your hands are further forward. Tuck your toes under, so you've got a really strong position there. We're going to sit backwards, so it's pretty much a child's pose, but not quite. Touch your nose to the ceiling, to the floor, to the mat. Come forwards and just push those hips forward. So you know, I'm just about to do a press up. Look. Okay. And then back up. So you're not bringing your hips to the floor. You're bringing them flat, so you're just about to do a press up. So bring it back, touch. Bring it forward, just keep that core engaged slightly. And bringing it here. Right, so now we're here. Ideally, if you can use your triceps entirely, so bring your hands, bring your elbows back, not to the side, okay? As much back as you can. And we're trying to hit the floor as one. Nessie, I know that's not too easy for you, darling. Bring it down, deep breath in. And lift. Come up. Now, hopefully you can see that. So let me just tuck this in. I really want you to try to do this and try and practice coming up as one. Now, what I want you to do is hold that core in and engage the core before you lift up. So hopefully you'll be able to see. It's not quite so easy on the screen, but if you're down, take a deep breath in and engage your core. So it's very, I've exaggerated, but it lifts off slightly, because then you've got more chance of it not starting to arch. So if you bring yourself down nice and slowly, deep breath in at the bottom, engage your core first, then lift. Can you feel the difference? Try and engage your core. That's the one. That's very good. And then you're coming back. Just release that, tap your nose. Up, let's do that again. So forwards, get your triceps to do the work. Slowly, 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 slowly. Land as one. Deep breath in. Engage that core. Lift the whole lot. Oh, triceps, come on. Woohoo. Okay. So let's do one more in your own time. Pushing back. Coming forwards. Tuck your pelvis under. Quad, triceps doing the work, slow you down, hold it, deep breath in, engage that core and lift, nice and slowly. Finish on all fours. Ooh, very good. Excellent work, well done. Right, if you want to sit back and just give your arms a little shake out. Triceps about to do a little bit there, biceps will be warm. Okay, right, so let's get the band involved now. That's the reason we put it on there. So coming onto all fours, we're going to just engage, and I want you to kick one leg back. So your toes on the floor, You're kicking one leg back. Now I want you to come down onto your forearms. So legs out, arms in the air, back straight, forearms down. If you want to do that to balance more, that's absolutely fine, whatever you prefer. Now we're going to lift that leg up and down and pulse up, kick it up and down. Now what you'll find is that the glute, so this one is the one doing the work, and it's got to balance you there. And that glute will start kicking in, and your hamstring from the other leg that's moving is going to kick in as well. If you have got a green band or equivalent on, that's not exactly easy. Lift, lift, let's do one more, and lift. Good. Slide that knee in and just rest it out. Good. If you have got a red band on, this shouldn't be quite so bad, but you will feel it. So reset, back nice and straight. Kick that knee, leg out, and then you're going to lift again. Now you may find it slightly easier on one side than the other. But either way, it's not easy. Try really hard not to arch your back too much on this. So it should remain, your core should remain quite tight. So you're not starting to do that, basically. Lift, let's go 2 more. Kick, and up. Oh my God, and bring it back in. Lovely. Just a little wriggle. Right. How'd that feel? Okay, so glutes should have warmed up now, that's for sure. Right, so obviously, let's make this a damn sight harder. So if you come off of your forearms,